Mine is probably heavier than him because I don't have time to sort it out, you know.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I have something else to relate to.
Oh, yes, you told me something. Emily, okay, this next.
I hope that I gave you the money for Lolita.
No.
I think I left it on the table. I'll give her
Take the $7.
Yeah.
Ya ready? You ready now?
I think so.
All right, are we
You
ready?
on that bench?
All right, welcome everyone. Once again, we've gone into the period of P3 Clutch, as most of you are well aware. Next week and the week after, for those of you who are interested, we will be doing the Tilanjali offerings. And if you are doing this from home, you can have your preparations made with water and till. And on the last day, which is the 25th of September, we'll be doing the full Tilanjali offering, so you can collect the names of your 3 generations back. I'll call your relationship, you can call the name yourself. You can do this from home if you want to. Or if you want to come here, we'll all do it together. And you can call the names as we go through the list of offerings to be made. Now, this is on the way, of course, of showing our gratitude to our foreparents through sacrifices and other things that they've done for us. Put us where we are today. Without that, we wouldn't be here. Without their sacrifices, without their offering, without their being there, we wouldn't be here. So we need to recognize that. And the Hindus, of course, recognize it through the P3 Clutch offering. It's not like we are worshipping dead people are already dead. But the memory of those who have put us here and the situation we found ourselves in, this is why we give thanks. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Without your sacrifice, we wouldn't be here. So we need to be able to recognize that. If we cannot show gratitude, then we are really in grace. And I don't think any of us want to be in grace. So welcome once again. Let's join in our opening part. The class plans, please stand. Om Vasudeva Sukam Devam Sajanam Devaki Paramanam Krishnam Vande Jagataru Om Agakshe Valdevi Akshare Brahmavadi Gayatri Jagat Mata Vishwayoni Namastute Om Bhur Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimani Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Bhur Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimani Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Bhur Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimani Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Triambakam Yajamane Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvartam Vandana Mrityormushya Amrita Om Prithvi Tvaya Jayaloka Devi Tvam Vishnu Amrita Tvam Chadharyamam Devi Pavitram Kuru Chasam Om Shri Prithvi Mata Yo Namah Namami Om Pavitra Pavitra Sarvashtam Gato Pimariyashnarim Kundalikamu समाया भयंकरासुचि हस्तक्षालनं समर्पयामि गोविन्दाय नमः। ॐ अमृतोपस्तरणमसि स्वाहा ॐ अमृतापिधानमसि स्वाहा ॐ सत्यं यशः श्रीमयि श्रीश्रयतां स्वाहा ॐ हस्तक्षालनं समर्पयामि गोविन्दाय नमः। पुष्पमूले स्थितो ब्रह्मा पुष्पमध्ये जनार्दन पुष्पसागरे संक्रमणेन पुष्पधरं करोमयं येनाबद्धो बलिराजदानीन्द्रो महाबला तेन त्वं प्रतिबध्नामि रक्षा माचल माचल। Let's perform the personal purification prayers. I invite all to join. Right finger water, lips. Om Bhangamasi Asyo water nose. Om Nasurme Pranostu eyes. Om Aksharome Chakshurastu ears. Om Karnyorme Shtotramastu arms. Om Bahurme Balmastu thighs. Om Urvorme Ujovastu alvo. Om Arishtani Me Angrani. Pranistarvame Saha Santu. We join now in our Swasti Vachan, benediction mantras. The twice in a hand, we glorify Bhagavan in his various names and various forms. Om Hari Om Swasti na Indro Vridasna Swasti na Pusha Vishwaveda Swasti na Sakshu Arishtameni Swasti no Brihaspati Dhatu Om Paya Prithivyan Paya Ushadishu Payo Divyantarikshe Payudha Payaswati Pradesha Santomyaham Om Vishnu Daratmasi Vishnu Shakrishtu Vishnu Sivasi Vishnu Dhruvasi Vishnavasi Vishnavetava Om Agni Devata Vasu Devata Surya Devata Chandrama Devata Vasu Devata Rudra Devata Aditya Devata Marutu Devata Vishwadeva Devata Brihaspati Devata Indra Devata Varnu Devata Om Yav Shantir Antariksha Gom Shanti Prithvi Shantir Apa Shantir Aushadaya Shantir Vanaspatya Shantir Vishwadeva Shantir Brahma Shantir Sarvagam Shantir Shantireva Shantir Sama Shantiredhi Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Durtani Paraswa Yadbhadram Dhanaswa Om Shuklam Varnam Deva Shashi Varnam Chaturбhujam Prasanna Varnam Jai Sarvigno Prashanti Om Shanti 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 Bhavantu। Swasti Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu। Consecrate our Vedi. Om Bhurasri Bhumirasri Nitirasri Visvaraya Visvasya Bhunasya Dhatri Prithvi Acha Prithvi Trigongha Prithvi Mahi Gom Sera Prem Swasti Prithvi Mata ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu। The flower in the hand, we meditate now Bhagavan as Ganesha. As most of you are well aware, Friday was the Ganesha Visarjan, so we will be explaining that in some detail and the meaning of it more importantly than the thing itself. The thing is, everybody knows what it is. It's immersed the emoji in the water, but there's a reason for all of this. I think a lot of people do it without understanding what it's about. Hopefully we can enlighten each one of us, so if you want to participate in that, you may do so. But at this time now, we meditate on Ganesha, we ask Bhagavan, through your grace, may we be inspired from within to recognize our challenges and bless us with the ability to be able to overcome them all, that victory may always lie with us. To this Ganesha, we join in humble salutation. Om Gajana गजाननं भूतगणाधिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बो फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् ॐ महेशपुत्र समस्तविघ्नोघविनाश मङ्गलपूजा प्रथमं प्रधानम् ज्ञानपूजं भगवन् नमस्ते ॐ सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमस्तुते श्रीगणेशाय नमः नमामि श्रीगौरी माता नमामि रम्यं सुशोभनं दिव्यं सर्वसौख्याकुलं शुभं
जय लंबोदर जय गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय गणेश जय विघ्नेश्वर जय लंबोदर जय गणनायक जय सुखदायक जय गणेश जय
Clasp hands long, the Lord Bible Ganesha. ओम जय गणपति सद्गुरुस्वरम कविवरदन कृपा विघ्नहरं मंगलकरं जय जय गिरिजा। ओम रक्षा गणेश गौरी देवी स्वस्तना परमेश्वरी अहं पूजा करिष्यामि त्वं सदा सन्मुखो भव। Friends, Moses Gauri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. Sharanam Prabhu. Now with flowers in hand, we meditate and offer puja to Bhagwan and vow Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi, the dispenser of prosperity, of wealth, of health, of beauty, of fortune. Most importantly, in this last free light is a symbol of wisdom as opposed to darkness, which symbolizes ignorance. As we offer praises to Mahalakshmi today, we ask Devi in the like manner that the light dispels the darkness of night, so may the darkness of our ignorance be replaced by the light of spiritual wisdom through your divine grace. This Mahalakshmi we join in humble solitude. Ramyam Shobhanam Divyam Sarvasaukhyaakaram Shubham.
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु माता रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। माता ओ माता जीवन की दाता नैया हमार करूपा रे मैया तू सबको पालनहार रे मैया तू सबको पालनहार। माता की कोख से दुनिया का जन्म हुए, माता की कोख से दुनिया का जन्म हुए, माता सहार से दुनिया का जन्म हुए। बोलो जय जयकार मैया, बोलो जय जयकार मैया, सबको पालनहार रे मैया तू सबको पालनहार। माता ओ माता जीवन की दाता नैया हमार करूपा रे मैया तू सबको पालनहार रे मैया तू सबको पालनहार। जन्म मरण सब माता की गोद में, जन्म मरण सब माता की गोद में, हम सब बालक तुमको पुकारे। तुम ही अंधेरा हो, तुम ही उजाला हो, तुम ही वाला वो तू ही जगत की कहानी मैया सबको पालनहार रे मैया सबको पालनहार माता ओ माता जीवन दाता गैया हमार करुणा रे मैया सबको पालनहार माता की प्यार जब फूलों की कलियां माता की प्यार जब फूलों की गलियां माता की गोद जब जीवन के पालना मन तेरे अपरंपार रे मैया मन तेरे अपरंपार रे मैया सबको पालनहार रे मैया सबको पालनहार माता ओ माता जीवन दाता गैया हमार करुणा रे मैया सबको पालनहार रे मैया सबको पालनहार रे मैया सबको पालनहार.
Clap hands now, we glorify Mahalakshmi. Om Matu Lakshmi Kare Kripa Karo Hridaye Vas Manokamana Siddha Kari Pura Meriyas Trahi trahi dukharani Haro meri sab tras Jayati Jayati Jayakshmi Karisha Kundkanash Mahalakshmi Namastubhyam Namastubhyam Sureshwari Haripriye Namastubhyam Namastubhyam Dayamide Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samskrita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah Prem Swasti Mahalakshmi Mata Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. The flowers in the hand now, we meditate and offer service and devotion to the feet of Bhagavan in the form of Navgraha. Now we're symbolizing the planets in our solar system. We as Hindus, we accept our lives are influenced by the energy from these planets based upon the time and place of birth as well as our own actions. And today we are offering these praises asking Bhagavan should the constellation of the planets be of a negative nature based upon birth, date and time of birth as well as actions. And by your grace may we be blessed with the ability to be able to recognize the challenges that we face, and in such recognition be blessed with the ability to overcome them as well. And especially today we will offer praises to those of our members of our community who may be ill, who will be suffering in some way or the other from the negative effects of the Graha. We ask Bhagavan to bless these individuals, to make them well, to make them whole, and they may once more be able to contribute to their homes as well as their families. Especially today we pray for Srimati Janki Samaru, Srimati Anjali Ramphal, Srimati Hari Ramprasad, Sriman Kevin Karan Singh, Srimati Mary Manbahal. I think that's about it. There might be others that I've missed. And for those that don't want their names to be called as well, and some do, we pray for them as well. We pray for universal welfare. Bhagavan bless every individual human being with the ability to be able to overcome their own unfortunate circumstances. To this Divine Father, in the form of Navgraha, we join in humble salutations. Om Purani Sripuram Chakari Manusha Shimhuni Sripuranastam Purusha Sukha Shani Rahu Ketu Sarve Graham Shanti Karabhavantu Sarve Graham Shanti Karabhavantu Prem Susi Naura Devata Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. Once again with flowers in the hand, we meditate now on offer. Take the hill home. Offer puja to Mahavishnu. Vishnu the offer basic Bhagavan who becomes manifest from time to time and age to age for the benefit of humankind, by whose grace and blessings the dumb speaks, the lame walks, the blind sees, the impossible becomes possible. Today we are asking, O Bhagavan, in the same way you come manifest in the world, you become manifest in the world for the benefit of humankind. May you become manifested in my heart, be the guide of my intellect, guiding me in the path that leads to the highest welfare. The path of truth, of dharma, of righteousness, of religion, the path which leads to this welfare, to this Mahavishnu. We join in our humble salutations. Om Sashankachakram Sakirita Kundaram Sapitavastam Sarasmirolechanam Sarvakshastanapaustupasriram Namami Vishnu Shirsachaturmudam Omukam Karoti Vachayam Angulandrayatim Yatakripatamam Vande Paramanandamadhavam Om Nilam Bhujashamala Komalam Sita Samaropitavamanadam Tano Mahasahika Chayutaham Namami Ramam Harivam Shanatam Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Karunakaya Madhaya Sitaya Patale Namah Om Nilavarnam Pikravastram Srivatsapadabhushitam Govindam Gopuranandam Brahmadeva Pripurjitam Brahmadeva Pripurjitam Sri Mahavishnu Varnabhyo Namaha Namami Om Ramyam Sishobhanam Divyam Sarva Saukhyakaram Shubham Asanam Chamaya Gaptam Dharana Parameshwara Ityasanam Pancham Om Panchamritam Maya Nitam
Jagata Pita Bhagavan
प्रेम से उस महाविष्णु भगवान की जय श्याम प्रभु. Today we shall join in glorifying Bhagwan in the form of Sri Ram, and Amar will lead the Bolo Ram, which is actually a very wonderful kirtan. Bolo Ram, Jai Ram, Bolo प्रेम से उसे महाविष्णु भगवान की जय शरणम प्रभु. Once again, with flowers in our hands, we meditate now and offer our salutations and puja to the feet of Bhagavan Shiva Shambhu. Shiva symbolizing the reabsorbing aspect of divinity, Atman becomes merged into Paramatman. When self-realization is achieved, is called Vardata, the giver of boons. By repeating a Panchakshara mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, with love and devotion, in the puja of Bhagavan Shiva, the sinful tendencies within all of us, brought by anger, greed, jealousy, covetousness, hatred, pride, envy, these become burned in the fires of our devotion. In this manner, we attain purity of thoughts, of words, of deeds, of mind, of intellect, and of actions, which are prerequisites for self-realization. By offering puja to Bhagavan Shiva now with love and with devotion, I invite all to sit upright. Let's cast away the worldly cares for a few minutes while we meditate on the most pleasing aspect of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is beyond names, beyond forms. The names and the forms are tools that we use to help us to keep the mind from wandering. Let's use those tools today. Imprint the image of Shiva within the heart. Let him be the guide, guiding us on the path that leads to welfare. To this Shiva, we join in our humble salutations. Om Pashunam Patimva Nasham Paresham Gajendra Kritim Vasvanam Vareram Jatajuta Madhye Suradhandavarem Mahadevamekam Smarami Smararem Om Mahesham Suresham Suraratinasham Vibhum Vishwanatham Vibhutyangabhusham Virupakshamandvaratavahanitrinetam Saranandamine Prabhu Panchavakram Om Girisham Ganesham Ganeninavarnam Gajendradhirudam Gunatitarupam Bhavam Bhasmaram Bhasmana Bhushidamam Bhavani Karatram Bhaje Panchavakram Om Shivakanya Shambho Shashamdara Namavare नमो विश्वरूपा प्रसीदं प्रसीदं प्रभो पूर्णरूपम् ॐ नमस्ते नमस्ते विभो विश्वमूर्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते चिदानन्दमूर्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते कर्मयोगगम्यम् नमस्ते नमस्ते श्रुतिज्ञानगम्यम् ॐ प्रभु शोभमाने विभो विश्वनाथ महादेव शम्भो महेश त्रिनेत्र शिवात्मार्थ शान्त स्मराणे पुराणे वरयो वरेण्यो नामान्यो न गम्यम् वरयो वरेण्यो नामान्यो न गम्यम् ॐ श्री शिवशङ्कर भगवान्भ्यो नमः नमामि ॐ रम्यं सुशोभनं दिव्यं सर्वसौख्याकरं शुभम् आसनं च मया रत्नं गृहाण शिवशङ्करम् ॐ नमोऽस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय विदुषे अद्वैतस्य सन्मानोऽन्तेभ्यो अवतरन् नमः ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् ॐ वरुणस्य उत्तमन्मसि वरुणस्य स्तं सजनीस्तो वरुणस्य ऋत्सरन्यसि वरुणस्य ऋत्सरन्मासि वरुणस्य ऋत्सरन्मासि पाद्यमर्घ्यमाचमन्यं स्नानं श्रीशिवशङ्कर भगवान् पूजनम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः ॐ गोक्षीरधामन्देशं गोक्षीरे मया कृतं स्नापनं देवदेवेश्वराण शिवशङ्करम् शिवस्नानं श्रीशिवशङ्कर भगवान् भोजनम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः सरस्वतीरेव पयोष्णि नर्मदाजलि स्नानपितोषि मया देवा तथा शान्ति पुरुषोमे शिवजलस्नानं गङ्गाजलस्नानं श्रीशिवशङ्कर भगवान् पूजनम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः प्रेम से शिवशङ्कर भगवान् की जय शरणं प्रभु शीतवाकुशं संक्रानं जारक्षणं परं श्रीहरिकर्णं वस्त्रं जय शिव जय शिव Alright, we join out the glorified one on Shiva through the medium of the Krishna Shiva first spoken.
Shiva Jnaneshwara Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya
Nidrasama Adhishtite Sanchara Padayopadakshinavidhi Stotrani Sarvagino Yanyat Karam Karomi Karatakiram Shambho Tavaranam Om Karacharam Kritam Va Kayajam Karmajam Va Sravanayajam Va Manasamagadam Vihitam Va Sarvamitakshamasva Jai Jai Karunamde Shri Mahadeva Shambho Jai Jai Karunamde Shri Mahadeva Shambho Prem Sosi Shiv Shankar Bhagwan Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. Before I take the prasadam and make the remainder of the announcement, I have to compliment Amarji today on the new heights he has taken this kirtan. I tell you, we gotta be thankful for Ram to be here, otherwise it won't be that way. Everything falls in the right time and the right place. And really and truly, if you're not in here to enjoy this, then I'm sorry for you. This was the kind of thing, it's a once in a lifetime kind of thing probably. And I'm not sure when again we'll be having this kind of heights again, so for those who are here, we are lucky to be here, to be able to participate in this, and I think we should all consider ourselves as being lucky to be here today. And I gotta extend a warm welcome to my devotee dear. I haven't seen her now for how long? For about a year, 2 years maybe. No, I haven't seen you for so long, I forgot your name.
Things happen in life funny, but it doesn't.
I understand, sure. But welcome back. I hope we'll see you more often.
Amar just made my day.
I made all of these. He made all of these, but just a reminder, of course, for those of you who are online listening, and you know, I said at the beginning, we are in a period of Pitri Paksh. This time the Pitri Paksh actually occupied 3 weekends, so this weekend we're not going to do anything. But next weekend we'll have the Tilanjali set up for you, for those who will be here. The week after we'll have the full service with all the Tilanjali offerings. And that next week you'll be doing it on your own. The following week we'll do it jointly. Plus you can do on your own as well. But everybody, please get 3 generations of your family names and bring it with the relationship. If you don't know them, Amok will work. I'll be using the Amok a lot. So you will call your own family name, and whoever sits here, and if you have someone who's willing to, please indicate that you would like to do so, because you don't get this kind of opportunity that often. And if nobody offers, then whoever sits here will be doing it. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to get Peter to make some lunch, which we'll be serving on that day as well. So I hope that most of you will turn out and be able to participate. We need to show our gratitude to our foreparents for what they have done, so that we can be where we are today. Without their doing what they did, none of us would be here. So we're thankful, and that thankfulness is shown, that gratitude is shown through the offerings of the Pitri Paksh offerings. So I hope you understand that. And like I said at the beginning, Hindus don't feed dead people can't eat. So a lot of people get that misconception within them, because we call those who are passed on. But that's not why we call their names. We call their names as a sign of gratitude only. We owe them a debt of gratitude which we shall never be able to repay, no matter how much Pitri Paksh puja we do. We owe them that debt of gratitude. But this is our way of compensating for that neglect that we've been doing so many years and so many lifetimes probably for some of us. But still, this time we born and we are in a position where we have the opportunity to do it. Don't fail. Please find out from your families and your friends the names of these people to remember, and we'll try to include everybody in it so that everyone can participate. And this is what Voice of Dharma is about, allowing everybody to participate. Alright? I doubt you will see this anywhere else, but But I don't know. I don't go that place myself. Because their service at the same time with mine. So how am I going to leave here and go somewhere else when I got my own responsibilities? First, we got to recognize our responsibilities. Then we do the duties associated with those responsibilities. My responsibility is to this temple, the voice of Dharma, and my duty is here. So that's why I don't go out too much. A lot of people ask me, did you see that? Did you see that? I don't look at TV that much. I don't look at Facebook that much, so I don't see very much. Let me be honest with you. But we try to put forward our version of our offerings to Bhagavan, and recognizing, of course, the contributions of our foreparents as well, and why we do certain things. Hinduism is a religion of symbolism. Every single thing that we do, every single offering that we do, every gesture that we perform is meant to mean something. We can't know all of them, but they mean something. And when we have occasions like this, we need to take the time to explain them. Next 2 weeks we'll be talking about the Pikri Paksh as well during the period, as well as making those offerings, like I said. So please come and join us. We are willing to participate. And if you don't want to participate, it's okay too. Nobody forces anybody to do anything, okay? This is something you need to want to do. Only then you do it. If you don't want to do it, that's great. Everybody has to make their own journey. I don't put your foot where you have to put it. You put it yourself. Alright? So just keep that in mind. Everybody is willing to make their, either participate or not participate. It doesn't affect me in the least. My job is to tell you what it means and what to do. Alright? I hope you got that. We'll take your prasadam now where we have some kirtan and bhajan singing. And also the Shiva Abhishek will continue. We'll be doing it. But simultaneously with that. So please don't participate in all of those activities. Don't move around too much. And don't chat with each other while this is happening. If you need to chat, step outside and do it and come back. Thanks a lot.
Reading Hanumana, I keep it Ram Ram Rasiyone, Prabhu Vandavasiyone. Reading Hanumana, I keep it Ram Ram Rasiyone, Prabhu Vandavasiyone. Jai
Sorry.
सुननाथ हरज आप मेरी शरण करा प्रभु जी सुननाथ हरज शरण करा प्रभु शरण
भगवान की जय शरणम प्रभु।
जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे मम वंदन स्वीकार करो प्रभु चरण शरण हम आए तुम्हारे जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि जय नंदलाला
श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। शरणं प्रभु। ओम लोकाभिरामं रणरंगधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्दं श्रीरामचन्द्रं
Jai Jai Ram,
Rama.
Now, friends, every single thing in Hinduism is geared for one thing only. All the activities we perform, every single one is geared for one thing: to teach us how to achieve moksha, liberation. And we keep hammering the same lesson all the time, the same different ways of conveying the same message. But still, unfortunately, because we lack certain things, our own shortcomings, we are unable to achieve moksha. Why I say that? Because if we did, we wouldn't be here today. Think about it that. We wouldn't be in this world at this particular time. Which means that we are in the cycle of birth and death still. And from what I see of humanity in this time and age, very few of us are going to make liberation. Okay? Now, it's not bad not to make liberation. Okay, don't get me wrong. Life is a wonderful thing. Think of all the lessons we learn as we go through this life. Think of all the wonderful things we've done. Think of all the wonderful places we've been to. And you know, there's a wonderful bhajan that Hari Om Sharan made up, Miley Chadar or Kaise. There's a couple things in there that you need to look at for yourself. Bhagavan has given us wonderful eyes, but we never close them to meditate. He's given us hands and feet, but we never use them to go to the temple to worship. And when we go there, we don't take the time to even bend in reverence. Do you see that in yourself? If you don't, then something is missing. That means you're doing everything right. Okay, so think about it. Read that bhajan sometime in translation. It's a wonderful bhajan. Many lessons in there, and each one of us, of course, can learn from it. Believe me. So, since the 30th of August was the Ganesh Jayanti, that is the day, and Pandit spoke about this last week already, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But the lessons that are learned from it, I'd like to bring out today, because with the limited time that we have here, we're not able to say everything at the same time. So sometimes we gotta go from one time to the next time. So the Ganesh Jayanti is when Bhagavan first became manifest, or first appeared as Ganesha. Now before that, Ganesh was in existence since the beginning of time. But not in a form, he had a name, but no form. So from that day when Parvati created and made him and breathed life of yoga into him, we had a form put to Ganesha. So that's the first time we see a form. And it's not a form that we know either. The form that you know is in the elephant-headed form. But at that time he was like a little boy. And because of the difficulty and the misunderstanding that came about, he was eventually put with a Gana head, otherwise called Ganapati. And that Ganapati means Vigneshwar. Vigneshwar, the remover of obstacles. That's what he earned that title after. But you know, somewhere along the line, some artist was a bit over exuberant with his interpretation of the Gana, the head of the Gana, and put the elephant because there was a trunk on it. He said, oh, this should be an elephant. Let's give him an elephant head. So what we get? Gajan and that. So you see where all these things come from? And if you pay attention, you will see all these things, but many of us do. So all these things evolved eventually, and it became what we know. But what we know today is just as important as what was there. So the Ganapati, the master, the host, is what he was. And the host is the followers of Shiva. So Ganesha is the master of these, he's a leader. So he's the chief of the host of Shiva's followers. That's why we pay obeisance to Ganapati before any Shiva puja. Before any puja for that matter. Because every puja has Shiva inside somehow or the other. Even when you do Kalash puja, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha are in there. So Shiva is worshipped all the time. So let's not forget that. So from the day of the Ganesh Jayanti, the devotees of Ganesha will make a murti out of clay. Alright? Now the clay murti has a special significance. I'll speak about that in a couple of minutes. Let me tell you what happens first. So then they paint it with the organic colors, not paint. Okay, if you put paint on it, it defeats the whole purpose. You want to color it, you use the organic color, the true color. Alright, you make it look like a nice murti, because you need a nice murti to be able to keep your mind on what's going on. If the murti doesn't have any nice shape, and you know what, when you think about God here, Bhagavan is beyond names and forms. But because the human mind is so fickle, it's very difficult. I'll speak a little bit on the mind because all this thing has to do with Ganesha today. So then you decorate it the way you want to decorate it. For the next 10 days, you worship it like that's the only thing that is in your life. Now think about it this way now. We come into being, and for a lifetime which is symbolized by the 10 days that we have, everything you do for the body, right? Your body is very body oriented. Think about it. Not that the body is not important. Without it, we couldn't be able to function. So we need body. But we can't be totally body oriented. Body is a vehicle only. And that vehicle is to take us where we want to go. And what is the wheel that I speak about? The jiva. The jiva is enclosed in this body and we're able to do all the kind of things. Why? Because it's in there. It energizes all the cells. And as soon as the jiva leaves, what happens? Body is there. It's still there. Everything is still there. We haven't taken out the eyes, we haven't taken the ears, we haven't taken anything out. But it can't do anything because the jiva is no longer in it. So what happens? How is to be symbolizes? 10 days after, they take the same murti that was the center of their life to the water. And why the water? Because the water is the source of life. And immerse that murti in there, what happened? It melts away because it's made of clay. What is your body made of? Mostly clay and water. Then you have the gases, the air and the heat too, that comes with it as well. Space of the air. So think about it this way. You make the body, in our case we give him that body, we use it for a period of the 10 days, and then eventually we have to put it away. Because what? Every single thing that is in existence has a purpose. Do we know what our purpose is? Exactly, moksha. So when the body melts away, Atma, Jiva is supposed to gain moksha. If we've done everything right. But of course we're human, we make mistakes. But the idea is to learn from the mistakes and keep going. We cannot stop. This is a continuous process. You know, Bhagavan, in his own wisdom, even a thing like a blade of grass or a leaf for that matter, it falls on the earth, it becomes one with the earth. What? It's recycled into the earth, it becomes enrichment for the earth itself. Nothing is wasted in this entire existence. What was here from day one, whenever day one was, I don't know when day one was. Nobody knows when day one was. We're looking at billions of years before things evolved to where they are today. But whatever existed on day one exists today. Nothing has been taken away, nothing has been added. And the model is exactly the same. Think of an atom, or think about the universes, the cosmos. You have a center, which is the sun, and around it you have all the planets going around in their own speed. You have an atom, the center is the nucleus, you have all the electrons going around at their own speed. And each of these model makes up cells, and the cells have those atoms within them, and the cells form, they regenerate, they're able to make themselves, they're able to multiply, and lo and behold, what we have? A body. And you know, all the ingredients to make what life is that we know today has existed from that day. Think about it this way. When you take the same seed or the Mora seed and put it in the ground, if it's too cold, what happens? It never comes out. The conditions have to be right when things begin to appear. In the same way, when the conditions are right, the human beings evolve. When the conditions are right, animals evolve. When the conditions are right, this thing, and so on. And we don't know what is in the future. We don't know what will come in the future, but all the makings of it is already in the matter. It's already in there. Everything works. So the idea of the Ganesh Visarjan, which is what the immersing of the devotee is symbolic of, is to remind us that we have a body and the body will eventually die. And when that happens, family will either cremate it, bury it, or whatever other means of disposal they have at their arm length, they will do just that. And then, of course, the jiva continues. So, having said that now, what exactly are we learning from this? Hinduism is the only place, only religion where you create the God. The God is not created. God doesn't create you. You create the God. Okay? Because you make that murti that is symbolic of that God. You use that God for a while, the 10-day periods, that's a lifetime for us. And then what we do? We dispose of the God as well. Have you noticed that? Now, the Brahm, which is all pervasive, we can't do that with Brahm. Okay, let me be honest with you. So, close it up. Now, Ganesha, of course, is a symbol of intellectual activity. Ganesha was the one who was employed by Ved Vyas. When Ved Vyas, a contemporary of Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna, when Ved Vyas decided, okay, let me put all these things down in story form so that humanity can know what has happened. And that's what it became Itihas. Itihas means so it has happened. But the chronological order may not be exactly the same, but so it has happened. So Ved Vyas decided he wants to write this great epic Mahabharata. But he needs somebody to pen it. But he needs somebody who will be able to do a good job with it. But someone has to be intellectual enough, know the language, the Sanskrit language, and be able to write it the way it's pronounced. So he applied Ganesha. Ganesha says, well, look, I will do the job for you, but if you stop at any time, I'm not going to continue. Once I raise my pen, I'm not putting it down again. So Ved Vyas says, okay, I will agree to that, but I have a condition too. When I write that, when I call that verse out, you must understand what it means. And if you don't understand, you have to stop me. So Ved Vyas was a smart man too. So he says, okay. So whenever he wanted to take a pause to think about what comes next, he will compose a very complicated verse. And then Ganesha has to lift his pen up and put it on it, like we do, you know, put it on the head to think about what is meant by this. While he's doing that, Ved Vyas actually has composed his next verse and ready to go here. Has to ask him, are you ready to do it again? So this is a funny part of the thing, but this is to show you that Hinduism is not all seriousness, you know. There's some very funny parts of it as well. And if you look at Ganesha, you look at the wedding of Shiva, for instance. When the Ganas arrive there, Vishnu says, they're in Baidu party, right? They're in Bharat. Vishnu says, my friends, we cannot go with this Bharat. This Bharat is beyond us. Let's find our own way there. And this happens up to this day. When you are going to the wedding, not all of you go to Bharat. Some of you feel you can't join that group there. So you go on your own. So all these are funny parts of the thing. But unless you read the story, you don't understand it and you don't see the humor that is in there. And the humor is manifold. So this is Ganesha. So Ved Vyas was able to compose his Mahabharata. He's a symbol of, Ganesh is a symbol of human intellect. This is symbolically very appropriate because this is the nature of our intellect. And what happens with our intellect? We can use it consciously, this is where imagination comes in. Everybody, human beings are the only people, are the only thing in existence that has an imagination. Now that imagination works two ways. It's situated somewhere in the chitta. Alright? Now it can go up or it can go down. Now if it's body oriented, guess what? You pull yourself down all the time. Because the way this system is set up, you have the world, you have the human body, you have the chitta, you have the intellect, you have the ahamkara. Alright? And on that chitta there's two parts. One part is based upon Priya Hit Love. Priya Hit Love, like, dislike, and profit. That's most of us. Think about it. If there's nothing in it for me, I'm not doing it. You think that all the time?
Yeah.
So you're a Priya Hit Love, that means you're body oriented. On the other hand, if you think about justice, truth, and everyone else's welfare, then it's Nyaya, Satya, and Dharma. Now, that's where we would like to go. Alright? Because that is what leads to the moksha. So based on that chitta, where the effects of your past karma is located, it can go either up or down. We like to go up, but not everybody goes. Because we're body oriented, we'll end up going downwards. Now, there's much more that is in here, but I have to make it very brief. Now, for us, all of us, if you want to do something, let's say I move my hand. Is the hand moving me or I'm moving my hand? I'm moving the hand. Alright. Now, all of us have a mind as well, right? Now, do you think you should be able to move the mind?
Yeah.
Yes, we should. But what happens instead? The mind moves us. Now you laugh, it's funny, but this is the whole problem that we have. We are all mind oriented, and what is controlling the mind? The senses. And the senses are in the body. You see your problem? Yeah, the senses are all external, and you're only looking at the thing external. What the eye only sees there. The ear only hears what comes around from it. Do you listen to yourself inside? You'll hear the food digesting, probably, if you do. But even that song is external. So what we need to do, really, we need to be in control of our mind. Because don't forget, the mind is the flow of thoughts. And when the imagination begins to affect the mind, what happens? The desires rise. And once the desires are unfulfilled, guess what happens? We are totally unhappy. Whereas the object of life is to be happy. And all the things that we do, we think we're doing it to be happy. You want a kid? Because you think the kid is going to make you happy? The kid brings more misery. But we need the kid to propagate the human race. You want to be happy? You don't tie yourself to your spouse. But we do that willingly. Why? Because the system is so designed from within. And the hormones take effect. You see somebody, you like them, and that goes to both sexes. Not only men, women too. You see somebody you like, you do things to encourage them, to notice you? Yes? Once that notice takes place, guess what happens? A bond is formed. And what happens when a bond is formed? So is attachment. And then what happens? It's all downhill. To rise above that, we need to be the controller of the mind. We gotta start using the intellect. You know, that's where the thing is. The intellect is what we need to use. Where logic takes effect instead of following just what the mind says. Right now we're all following our minds. My mind tells me to do this. You say that all the time. My mind tells me to do this. Mind doesn't tell you anything. You're not using the intellect. And once the intellect becomes enlightened, Atman is realized. But that intellect needs to be purified. So this is what Ganesha is about. Let me just read this little piece here. It is me who move the mind and not the other way around. Who's the me? Jiva. It is the Jiva that moves the mind. All the freaky stuff your mind does has become your quality. It is most important to reverse these roles, because if your mind determines the nature of who you are, it is indeed a terrible accident. If you determine the nature of your mind, wonderful things will begin to happen in our lives. And that's where I like to end today. I trust this has been enlightening.
And if you promise to explain the reason for creating the booty of the thing.
I did tell you, you didn't catch it. When you immerse it in the water, what happens? Good. What happens to the body? Good. Okay. You did in another world, I think. Did I miss anything? Do you think?
What did he use to write the books?
Oh, he had a pen, don't worry. Use the tusk. You wouldn't have me use the tusk yet. No, the tusk is a different story.
The reason I'm asking you, because last week we heard a different version why he's called Ekadat.
Well, that's one reason. The other one that, the reason why Amar is asking this is there's a story going around. That when Ganesh is ready to write the Mahabharata, he had no pen, so he grabbed the tusk out and pulled it out and started use that as a pen. That's what you're saying. There's a story about that. I didn't say that because I say use the pen, but he threw the tusk at the moon as well. That is also a story. They have different meanings, by the way. So the one tusk is to remind us, of course, that the trunk is in the middle of the tusk. Everybody leans towards one side, either good or bad, and it's to remind us of the inequalities that exist in life. There's always pairs of opposites. So if the two tusks were there, it looks exactly the same. Whereas in the real world, there's a pair of heat, there's cold. And the trunk of the elephant, of course, is so powerful it can uproot the tree, but it can pick up one blade of grass from the ground, or a needle even from the ground. That's the possibility of that trunk. But we'll speak about the meaning of the Ganesha and the trunk at another time. I didn't want to do that today. I wanted to do the more philosophical thing, because life is, all of us for that matter, want to pursue to lift ourselves up or to look upwards instead of downwards. Not body-wise, but enlightenment-wise. Now, before I forget, I want to congratulate my sister, Meera. On the Ganesh Visarjan Day, she celebrated her birthday, which was on the 9th. So congratulations, Meera. Many happy returns of the day. Celebrating a birthday today is Tony Devanarayan, Jagdev Devanarayan. And he's going to be here next week, but he sent his money today because today is his birthday actually. So we want to wish Tony well. many happy returns of the day. Mira will. We'll have one verse only of our birthday song for Mira and Tony. And anybody else who celebrated anything, this will be for you as well. And once again, I don't want to forget, I want to remind myself to extend a welcome to Raul. I hope I'll see you next week or the week after. Bring you a list of the family members. I know you guys observe the short period, so please bring your list so we can call their names at the same time and make offerings on your behalf. All right.
बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिन ये आए, टूटी हजारों का ये मेरी है आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to you, happy
Alright, we don't know the song, so.
But can I sing one verse in the village budget for her, please? Only one verse. Your verse
One
is
verse is
one
just a
song.
verse,
I promise
okay?
one verse.
You don't even.
One verse.
You take
Mira
too long.
is very special to all of us. Please.
Alright.
Come on, start.
You're taking too long.
Okay, I'll sing it.
Your time down.
It's finished.
Come on. You always nice.
गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन पति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन पति
I'm not paying anyone for overtime today, right? So I just want to make that quite clear from the beginning. Alright, now if anybody would like to sponsor food in the temple anytime, just let me know in advance so that I can make the arrangements. And if you want us to come to celebrate your birthday or anything else at the temple as well, please contact me and only me. Don't tell it to somebody else and expect it to happen. Contact me and let me know so that I can arrange that. Alright? I don't want 2-3 people showing up on the same day for the same thing. So one person only will be in charge, and that's me for that. Also, if you would like to sit down for puja, I said that already, let me know in advance if I can, because this is going to be a problem. I can see it as the place is opening up and more people will be coming. We'll come prepared and nobody knows anything about it, and then we get into trouble because someone else has called in. And it's a first come, first served basis only, so please keep that in mind. And as you know, we of the Commonwealth, so to speak, suffered the loss of the head of state this week. And it's only fair that we offer a prayer, even though we are of a different denomination, religious denomination than the Queen. But for Queen Elizabeth II, we'd like to ask all of you to put your hands together and we join your prayer. We might be the only people who do it, Hindus anyway, but We are equal-minded. Everybody. Oh yes, everybody is a human being. Yeah, alright, let's go. Om Anadhinidhano Deva Shankha Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Pradobha Preta Moksha Pradobha Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Ram Nam Satya Hai Yeh Satya Gati Hai. Alright, I think I'll dispense with any more announcements. Next week, hopefully, we'll have enough time to do some more. But I just want to remind you from the 25th, we'll be observing full Prakash Puja here. And on the 26th, Navaratri begins. Thank you all. Thank you to the singers and musicians. All of you have done wonderful. Let's please stand for Aarti and close.
Aarti Kunj
Om Shantaram Bhujagasaram Parmanam Suresham Vishwaram Radhanasabrisham Vedavarnam Sumanam Lakshmikantam Kamadharnam Yogiram Jnanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavayam Sarvaloka Ekanatham Om Tvameva Mata Chapika Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Ravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mahadeva Deva Om Bar Bar Varnamo Harshadeva Sriram Parasaro Jayavayani Bhakti Sarasati Sangasya Ajramachandra Ki Jai Shyam Prabhu Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai Pavana Sukha Hanuman Ki Jai Siya Ajramachandra Ki Jai Shyam Prabhu Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Ahoram na janami Visvarjanam Yacharam janami Samasam Parmeshwaryo Shantir Antarikshadvam Shanti Prithvi Shantir Apa Shantir Varshabhaya Shantir Vanaspatya Shantir Vishwadeva Shantir Brahma Shantir Sarvam Shantir Shantireva Shanti Shanti Shantir Bhavatu Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Friends, was Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai Shanti Prabhu